Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.
It's still Enterprise Morning. You're welcome back. Lawyers under the auspices of the concerned Northern Forum say they are not looking back in their bid to institute legal action against the federal government, demanding the payment of adequate compensation for the victims of Tudumbiri, a village bombed in a strike by the military in Kaduna State. More than 120 villagers were killed while celebrating Maulud last Sunday night. Nafiu Abubakar, a spokesman for the forum, noted that the forum was determined to ensure families that suffered irreparable loss as a result of the bombing get justice. I have still in the studio with me Barrister Tunji Abdul Hamid, and joining us in the studio is Barrister Evans Ofeli. You're welcome, gentlemen, to Enterprise Morning. Now, without much ado, let's move straight to our discussion for today. And our first question is, there is the interest for adequate compensation. Is it that government wasn't willing to do the needful in the first place? Let me start with you, Barrister Tunji.
Yeah, I don't think government is all willing to do the needful. I think the government has said, talking about doing the needful, compensating them for what has happened. For me, I don't think compensation is even the what should be thinking of, or what should be the best thing. Which what should be preventing is having actually or that's not the first time that has happened. So though it's not as if the government is not talking about compensation. In fact, we saw the Vice President informed what's it called, the people of Tudumbiri, that the work program with the government will start from there, and then they will do some things. They would have to bring the dead back,
Oh.
So and that's why I say I don't think there's anything that can be adequate to compensate for what has happened. But I believe the government is talking about that. And it's similarly again. You see, over the weekend we had that the National Assembly were at Tudumbiri, and then they promised to delay their senators promised to delay their salary, to millions of naira to them, and that's what they're doing. But I hate when I hear all these when things have that has irreparable loss has happened. That's when you see our leaders look like they are active where they think that is bad has happened. So it's not as if they don't want to do compensation. But some lawyers they want to they force it because they understand that this is Nigeria. By tomorrow or next or today, God forbid, that issue will be forgotten, and then that will be the head of it. Probably they are trying to put pressure to ensure that it's not forgotten and it's not put behind the
Barrister Evans, the concerned northern lawyers are asking for a thorough investigation, independent investigation into the incident. Do you ever see that happening? That given the sense that the military, of course, would try as much as they can to protect their own, and of course ensure that in any way would not stall their attempt on taking care of terrorism in Nigeria?
Well, I think the way to go is to is what the lawyers are talking about. That is to get an independent investigation into the matter under reference. There's a likelihood of concealment if the military are allowed to be the one to investigate their own errors or the causes of their own errors, as it were. Like they have made us to know there is an error. Even though there are cries out there that was deliberate. Those cries may not be absolutely genuine. I may not want to believe that coming from Umi, who said that was deliberate. I may not absolutely want to believe that, but the reason I think for that outburst is from a place of pain, okay, and all that. So the military have consistently dealt this huge blow on harmless citizens, which we find very, very disconcerting. What the lawyers are doing now, I think, is the right way to go, making demands. In the past, when in 2017 they killed the fishermen, and the other one where they bombed an IDP, and every other mishap that has happened so far, there had never been a time when citizens made concrete demands like we are seeing now. Okay, so it's good the lawyers are doing this. The army now should be on their toe, because right now, people will have to stand as a watchdog. You know, in this northern part of the country, citizens over there have complained over time about the army, how that they don't respond to distress calls. When the insurgents attack, they don't respond to distress calls, and when they actually respond, they come there and they begin to lay down different kind of rules, okay, which is actually at variance with what the people of those communities are supposed to do. So I think the army should be careful. They have to work based on the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
We can't be losing people through the army and then losing people through the insurgents. The only thing the army have not done so far is that the army have not seized the village, contained the village, and asked people to bring money before they go to farm. That's the only thing they've not done. Every other thing the soldiers have done, the army have done. So I don't think there's any difference now between the soldiers and the army. Since the army have met all the conditions, which the insurgencies have also, their modus operandi. So if the army want to redeem itself, I think this is the time to be critical about their operations and ensure that their targets are well defined and articulated. Before they carry out such kind of operation, they have to double check to ensure that the places are safe and that the target is actually against insurgents and not law-abiding citizens.
Barrister Tunji, the same concerned lawyers are asking for accountability. Now, it's agreed it was an error. Do you think it's ever possible to hold those responsible accountable and make them face justice for their crime?
That has been our problem in this country. A implementation of punishing people who have seemed to have committed a crime. People are not being punished. I tell you, if I ask you now, we said this is not the first time, this is not the second time. If I ask you how many people are punished from the one that has happened previously, you will not be able to give me any answer. So the point is, the way that habit of punishing people for doing the wrong thing is what it is in the day. We don't, most times we don't even do that. So by the time you go into this, they will do that, what about the set up committee, set up panel and whatever, and at the end of the day you won't hear anything. And sometimes they will even tell you, these people have been punished. Since you don't know them, whether they've been truly punished or not, you don't even know. So what I think is our problem in this country is that we like this covering up. And there's no way, I'm not expecting anything so special after the investigation anyway, because the military are already giving excuses, and even the government is already supporting their excuses, and they're saying, and this attitude in Nigeria, it's not that it's not a mistake now. Sometimes those things, those mistakes are fundamental. They are mistakes that are fundamental that will be punished for it. Because some people are saying, I had the chief of defense that was so, I can't remember, was saying that, look, this comment we are taking is a regulatory, and it will even damage the what's it called, the psyche of the military. That we should stop calling them out in this manner, because it wasn't. So that's our mentality.
But don't you think there's a fact in it, knowing that, of course, we still would rely on the military to ensure that there's security, there's peace in our country?
Yes, it is, but we need to also look at them and see whether or not they are doing the right thing. So if you are saying because you don't want to demoralize people, you must also let them know that look, what they are doing is not right. You want, and they are doing anything that is wrong, you tell them, you say it out. Don't keep it and say because I don't want to demoralize. Rabbi Stav is not doing the right thing. You say that by telling that I'll be demonizing. No, you must let them know they are doing the wrong thing. And those who are, if anybody is found guilty of it or in this libel or is of compromise, we will punish. That's the way it goes. But in here, we let that sentiment of being a good man, and then they don't like trying to let people see other people as bad. So for me, you may be saying the right thing way, but for me, that does not say erase by that. No, people have committed want to score crime. If it's not a innocent man, if we are let me tell you, go forbid, that when they just go on the road that by mistake somebody was killed, you have committed crime. It will not be more than manslaughter. So they will not say because sorry, it was not deliberate, he didn't know it was a mistake. If I tried to avoid it, once somebody is killed by your heart, you will not be punished for murder, which will take deliberate killing. They will be punished for another offense called manslaughter. So so whether it's deliberate or it's not deliberate, offense has been committed. And so they have to be punished for it. So once we punish people for what that thing is not right. And unfortunately, again, we're talking about compensation. This compensation has some concern. Yes, we need to build up compensation. But without compensation alone, be enough? It will not. Because it won't be badly. And then secondly, that compensation will be paid by those who committed the crime? No, to be paid from our commonwealth. So that's why some people who are in security agency, they do what they like because they know where the violence comes. It's not there that will survive it. The damages that will be paid, because it's not there. The correct that will pay is not there. It is still within our commonwealth that the money will be paid. So, and that's almost, and I think we need to also look into that and we'll see what that those who committed the crime have be made to pay for the damages.
Pastor Ufeli, with your experience thus far, do you think there is an international proper legal remedy for crimes against humanity, and how can we localize it in this particular case?
For genocide has been codified. Crime against humanity is in the process by the UN. The truth is that there is one of the weakness of international law is that it has no enforcement arm because of sovereignty. Every country is sovereign. It's a sovereign, okay? By virtue of independence, you become a sovereign state, okay? Now, international law are effected and orchestrated by treaties.
Okay.
Where 1, 2, 3 countries join to agree on a particular issue, and maybe on aviation, on military formation, you have treaties around, even the International Criminal Court. You have treaty, people signing. So, but what treaty does is that compliance to treaty is to the extent that a country is conscious of its place in the international state. But where a country is at variance or contravenes the treaty,
okay,
there's no enforcement arm like a police force somewhere, or even though you have the court, international court, you don't have that enforcement. While in school, discuss international maritime law and then international public law, there are a lot of arguments as to whether an enforcement arm should be created for international communities and how that enforcement arm can function in the presence of the issues of sovereignty, how that can be, remedied. So what the international community do is sanction. They use sanction when a country is at variance with a particular treaty and have been cautioned, have been asked to take another route, and there's a detour.
Yeah.
Then there's sanction. Nigeria was sanctioned under Abacha, under the Prince Orua's the killing of Cancer
Oruas, yes.
Okay, which the international community waded in, and the government still went ahead and did what they did. So there was sanction. Up until return to democracy, we suffered that all through. Okay, so in a case like this, I know the lawyers, they are demanding for compensation, which is the right thing to do.
Yes.
The government will definitely see and heed to that. Okay. But if the international community comes up with any and their own resolution as to the issue and all that, or what government must do or should do, and government has to do that. If it fails to do that, then sanction comes up. Okay, so in effect, what I'm trying to say is that it is sanction that's actually that is the penalty for violation of international laws.
Well, fine. We are short of time, but in 1 minute, in 60 seconds, we all agree that it was an error. The army equally have admitted it was a very big error. Barrister Tunji, do you think it's time that the military should, for once, relinquish any form of air activities to the NAF?
I think let me first of all address one issue. Sorry. We have not all agreed that it's an error. We have been told it's an error. And the investigation will still be conducted. Until that investigation is concluded, that's why we cannot say with a conclusiveness that it's an error.
Okay.
But it is now we have been told it's an error. So let's just take in that regard. Like I said, we have been told also that Army and the Navy, they are all working together, and then there's a Army, they have
Army and the Air Force.
They have their own department that work on air, whatever. So, but the point is this: whether Navy, whether Army, whatever, they have the proper training on how to use those equipment that we have acquired. Who are those people that have been trained to come and do this job? So, we have been told that some of the people who were called banditry or who called terrorists have been absorbed into our system. That's why I said that I will not, for now, conclude that's an error. Because it may be deliberate, it may not be deliberate, but that investigation will still ongoing on. So let's just wait for the investigation. So for me, it's not about whether Navy or whether what kind of training do they have? Were they giving proper training? Were they giving proper directive? What is the frame of mind of the person that was in charge at the time? So because that's the issue. If we are not being taken care of, I think about school fees. I think about how to pay our friends. Why would we send out? And in one place, you will make a mistake and give the order, and it's not the way supposed to be living because of mindset. Not that. So these are the issues we need to look into. Not only because it's an army or it's a navy. Even if it's navy, they can also do the same thing. It can also happen. So, but we need to also be sure that look, people are in the right frame of mind when they are doing the national mistakes. In other words, ensure that their welfare are taken care of. Ensure that they have adequate or enough training of whatever equipment they want to use.
Very true. People should be in the right frame of mind. I'd love to say a very big thank you to you, Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, for being part of our Enterprise Morning Conversation today, and to you, Barrister Evans Ofeli, for always coming around to be part of our show today. And to you, our audience, would love to say a very big thank you for always keeping a date with us on Enterprise Morning. But remember to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Enterprise TV 7. Press the notification bell so you get notified whenever we drop our contents. I am Henry Ikwibike. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for me.
Enterprise TV, your one-stop shop for news, programs, human angle stories, the economy, sports, and much more. We go the extra mile to bring incredible details to you. So hop on the train now. Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.